Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. Let's start our video with a petty revenge that our OP arranged for a rude client. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Laugh at me while I'm scheduling your appointment? Don't expect me to do my best. I work for a very well-known tax preparation company. I schedule appointments, take phone calls, yada yada. This girl calls and has an appointment for late tomorrow, Monday afternoon. She wanted to see if she could make earlier, and I said, "And your name is such and such?" to make sure I was moving the correct appointment, and she thought I said, "And tomorrow is Monday?" So her deaf butt starts laughing at me and says, yeah, tomorrow is Monday," and told her friends in the background so they all could laugh. Anyways, her appointment was for 4, and the only other thing that was open was at 11 the same day, so I told her and she asked if there was anything around 2 or 3. Well, there wasn't. I said to go ahead and schedule, and if she couldn't come, she'd call. My revenge? Normally when someone doesn't know if they can make a rescheduled appointment, I offer to leave their current appointment on the books, and if they can't make the earlier one, we can cancel it. I do this so they're guaranteed a spot because it's peak tax business time and our appointments go like hotcakes. But since Deaf Butt wanted to laugh at me for her mishearing, I didn't offer to leave her second appointment available for her and canceled it. She probably won't be able to make the 11, but since I canceled the 4, that slot will also get filled and she won't be seen at all tomorrow. Cardinal rule: never mess with people whose job it is to help you out. And our second story. I didn't say how much I was saving, so I get it free. So this actually happened a few days ago while I was working on the register during the night shift at my grocery store that I work at. Here in Canada, there's a thing called the Scanning Code of Practice, SCOP. If something is priced different on the shelf than it scans up as, you get up to $10 off that item, or it's free if it's under $10. This week we had some frozen fish in a box that was $4 off, making it $3.97. In our store, unless the item on sale is in an area where it can be seen from afar, like at the front of the aisles where the price tag is above the item, it'll not mention how much you're saving on that purchase. It'll just say the sale price. Me for me, C for customer. Customer walks up to my lane. Me, "How are you today?" C, "Fine." So I'm scanning through his items and I get to the fish and scan that. He's constantly staring down the monitor at which prices are displayed. I had just scanned through the fish when he throws the store flyer on my belt. "I get this free." Me, "Why would you get this free? This item is scanning at the advertised price on the flyer. See how it says save $4? It didn't say that on the shelf, so I get it for free." "Well, I'm sorry, sir, but I can't honor the SCOP rules here because it doesn't qualify. The price must be different from the advertised price on the shelf or in the flyer." "Nope, I've done it before tons of times. I used to work in retail. I get it free." Me, plastering my fake retail smile on my face. "Unfortunately, I still can't give you this for free. You're still welcome to buy it, though. I know there's even a coupon down the same aisle, which you picked it up from, that gives you an additional $1 off." "I want to speak to your manager. You obviously don't know the effing policy." At this point, I'm PO'd on the inside. I figure fine, he can talk to my manager, and I can be done with this a-hole. I go to check the break schedule at the front desk, and lo and behold, the only manager working right now was on their 30-minute lunch. I return to the customer with the news that he's unavailable. "My manager's actually on his lunch right now. He'll be back in just under 10 minutes if you'd like to wait." "F that! I want to speak to him now! Go get him!" I grab my phone and page over the store for my manager to call my local desk phone so I can tell him the problem. He rings my phone and I tell him what's going on. He's PO'd that this customer is interrupting his break and agrees to come down. At this point, my manager walks up to my lane and asks me what the problem is. Manager: "So what's the problem here, OP?" Me: "Well, this customer wants to use the SCOP to get this item free because on the shelf it doesn't say that he's saving $4 by buying it." Manager: "Okay, well, unfortunately we can't give you the item, but I can take an extra $1 off if you'd like." "No, I want it free like it's promised. Don't you have that policy posted anywhere?" Indeed we did. I left my lane to go to the front desk where we have the policy taped in writing to the wall for everyone to see. I retrieved the large poster and read it over with the customer and my manager, and it only said the shelf price was different than the scanning price. I've done it many times before at another store. It's free. I have rights. My manager at this point is PO'd that his break has been ruined by this guy and just tells me to deal with it however I see fit. Me. Okay, sir, I will still honor the discount my manager promised you, but I can't give it to you for free. I don't want it anymore. And that was that. Nothing else about it, and it was a silent exchange until I finished scanning through his things and telling him his total. Here's your receipt. Have a good evening. I can't believe this effing crap. I've done this so many times before. As he walks out the door, he screams to me, I'm reporting this to the Better Business Bureau. And he leaves. My small petty revenge included giving him a thumbs up and a smile as he walked out. They're always going to report it to the Better Business Bureau. Like it's going to make a difference. And our last story. Sell the box. Okay, no problem. He remarried after my sisters and I were adults, and we all pretty much hated the woman he married. It was so obvious why she wanted to marry him. It was for his money. My dad was an extremely intelligent businessman, so I never really understood why he married her. I guess I just assumed he was in lust with her. I just never knew for sure. I did ask him one day why he asked her to marry him. She explained he didn't. She asked him. Again, I asked, why did you agree? His answer was that he couldn't think of a reason not to. Okay, Dad, whatever. Consider this. On her wedding day, she was beyond thrilled. Not because she was marrying my dad, but because all 5 of her creepy sons happened to be out of prison at the same time. When he died, the first thing Pat did was go through all these oddities. She picked out items she knew were of great value and, of course, kept them instead of including them in the estate per the will. It seemed like she was in court constantly over that will, the properties, etc. I lived out of state, and just losing my dad, I wanted no part of the legal battles and drama. I just couldn't. I didn't want to be a part of it, so I hired a lawyer and just asked him to handle it and tell me when it was over. I really couldn't cope with all this. I was sick of it. My dad and I were very close, and it took me a long time to get over the loss of my dad. I just didn't deal with it well, and the thought of what she was doing to all of his possessions. It was more than I could deal with at the time. He really loved and enjoyed those items. I was living out of state, and about a year after his death, I went home to see my sis and some friends. Pat knew I was home, and she was aware I knew how to use eBay. She did not. She called me and asked if I could eBay some items. For real? She wanted me to help her with these tasks? Sure, I guess. I went over to the house more because I wanted to see my childhood home one last time. She was notorious for putting everything in writing. She didn't want to speak to us, so she would write notes instead. She left the box on the front doorstep with a note asking me to sell this box on eBay. In the box were these ancient coins, ancient jewelry, etc. They did appear a bit beat up, and I realized she didn't understand that these items were authentic. They weren't replicas, they weren't fake, they were the real deal. I laughed to myself and thought, no problem, Pat, consider it done. On eBay, they have a bit of a scam place where you can sell mystery boxes. You don't tell what's in the box. It might be rocks or it might be a treasure. She did say to sell the box, and she did say she wanted it done on eBay. So I listed the box. I was honest. I referred to the request of the step skank and said she wanted me to sell the box. There's another offshoot of eBay where they list odd eBay auctions and bizarre items for sale. My auction made that website. What nobody realized was that what was in the box was legit. It was real. It was worth a great deal of money. I ended up selling the box for, I think, $44 and change. I sent the original box with all the items listed carefully. I had to. I knew she'd take me to court over it eventually, so I had to be careful to document everything. And I had it insured for several thousands of dollars. I can't remember the exact number. Now, USPS has a max for insurance, I think, but I insured it for $10K, but I could be wrong. That was very likely the true worth. I dutifully sent Pat the check for $44 and change by certified check, return receipt requested. My stupid sister called her and told her what I'd done and what the true worth of it was. Again, just as I knew, we were back to court, and this was in her list of complaints to the judge. I told the judge the truth. I showed him the note, I proved I sent the box, and he actually sided with me as I honestly didn't know the exact value of the items. She thought they were fakes. Who was I to disagree? About a week after I sent the box, the guy's father called me. He was very kind and very professional, but was concerned that I scammed his son. He explained that his son was mildly mentally challenged, and I pretty well took all the money he had saved for this box of trinkets and $44 was a lot of money to his son. He explained that he was aware I didn't know about his son, but would I object to refunding his money if he returned the items? I couldn't help but laugh. I asked him if he still had the original box. He did. I asked him to really look at those items. They were not quite trinkets as he assumed. Then I explained the whole story. Then Dad felt bad because I'd lost so much money and he actually offered to return them. Nope, I didn't want them back. It was truly icing on the cake for me. The box went to a guy who really didn't have much, but he does now. I couldn't have planned that ending better if I'd tried. The universe does work in mysterious ways. I'm always amazed when a loved one dies how nasty everyone gets when it comes to the will. Kudos to you. Well done. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.